Himate halal bahadama atrya Wehlohe kanoten leka leritha no pil bashade lo no da mihikahu. As a slain one shall be found in the ground which Yahweh thy God is giving to thee to possess it, fallen in the field. It is not known who struck him. ويشتوذقنك وشوفتك, and thy elders and thy judges shall go out. وماددوا الهعاريم أترسبي بوته halal, and they shall measure to the cities which are round about the slain. وهايا هائر حقروبا halal, and it shall be the city near to the slain. ولاقحوا ذقني هائر هاهي عقلت بقار أترلوه عبد باه أترلوه ماشكا بعول. And they, the elders of that city, shall take a heifer of the herd, which it wasn't worked by means of her, which hath not dragged by means of a yoke. وهوريد ذقنها إرها هي إتها أغلا النحل هيتان أتر لوه عابد بو ولوه يزارع. And the elders of that city shall bring the heifer down to the valley of a continuing stream, where it was not worked in it, and it was not sown. وعرفوا ثام إتها أغلا بناحل, and they shall break the neck there of the heifer in the valley. ונגשו הכהנים בני לוי כי בם בהר יהוה אלוהיך לשרתו ולברך בשם יהוה, ועל פיהם יהיה כל ריב וכל נגע. And the priests, the sons of Levi, shall draw near, because Yahweh thy God hath chosen them to serve him and to bless in the name of Yahweh, and upon the mouth of them shall be any controversy and any stroke. وكل ذقنها إرهاهي הקרובים אל החלל ירחשו את ידיהם על העגלה הערופה בנחל. And all the elders of that city, the ones nearest to the slain, shall wash their hands over the heifer, the one whose neck was broken, in the valley. Uranu wamaru, and they shall answer, and they shall say, Yadenu lo hashafaku et haddam hadeh, we'enenu lo harau. Our hands have not poured out this blood, and our eyes have not seen. Kaper le'amka Yisrael atrapadita Yahweh. Atone for thy people, Yisrael, which thou, O Yahweh, hath redeemed. وَهَلَتِتَّنَ دَامْنَاقِي بِقَرْبِ عَمَّكَ Yisrael, and give not innocent blood in the midst of thy people Yisrael. وَنِكَپِّرْ لَهِمْ haddam, and the blood shall become atoned for them. وَحَتَّى تَبْعِرْ haddam hannaqi مِقْرْبَكَ, and thou shalt burn away the innocent blood from thy midst. Ki ta'asher hayathar be'enei Yahweh, as thou effectuate the right thing in the eyes of Yahweh. Ki te'shehlam milhama alo yeveka, as thou go out to the battle against thy enemies. Unatano Yahweh Eloheka b'yadeka, and Yahweh thy God give it into thy hand. Washavita shivayo, and thou take captive its captivity. Waraita bashivaya, and thou see in the captivity ethet yafat tohar, a woman beautiful of appearance. Wahashakata bah, and thou be attached to her. Walaqahta lakalitha, and thou take to thee for a woman. Wahavetah eletokabetaka, and thou shalt bring her to the midst of thy house. Wigilha etoroshah, and she shall shave her head. Wa'ashata ethiporaneha, and she shall effectuate her nails. Wehesira etashimilata shiviyah me'aleha, and she shall remove the garment of her captivity from upon her. We'athava, and she shall remain or dwell in thy house. Uvakata etaviha wetahimah yerachayamim, and she shall cry for her father and her mother a month of days. Wa'acharaken tavoheleha, and after this thou shalt come to her. Uva'alatah, and thou shalt belord her, become her lord. Wahayata laka lihitha, and she shall be for thee for a woman. Wahayahimalo hafatabah, and it shall be, if thou not delight in her, وشلحتاه لنفشاه. Then thou shalt send her away for her soul. وما كورلوه تمكرنا بكاسب. And sellingly thou shalt not sell her for the silver. لوه تتعمر باه تحت أطر غني تاه. Thou shalt not treat her as a slave when thou hast humbled her. Ki tihiyana leish thim, as two women be for one man. Ha'ahat ahuva wa ha'ahat shanua, the one beloved and the one hated. Wayaladu lo banim ha'ahuva wa hashanua, and the beloved and the hated bear for him sons. Wahaya ben Habkor Lashaniha, and the son, the firstborn son, be to the hated one. Wahaya beyom hanahilo etabanau, also it shall be in the day of his causing his sons to inherit law, what shall be for him. Lo yukal levaker et ben hahuva al pene ben hashanua habkor. He shall not be able to firstborn the son of the beloved before the faces of the son who is of the hated, who is the firstborn. Ki etahabkor ben hashanua yakir, but he shall recognize and acknowledge the firstborn son of the hated. La tetlo pithanaim, to give to him two mouths, two portions. Bukol atrayim mateh, law in everything which is found for him. Ki hu reshit no, because he is the beginning of his vigor. Lo mithapatabkora, to him is the judgment of the firstborn. Ki yeleish ben sorer wamora enenu shomeh b'kol haviu ub'kol himo. As there be for a man a son rebellious and contentious, and there is not he listening by the voice of his father or by the voice of his mother. وَيَسَّرُوا وَلَوْ يَشْمَعَ عَلَيْهِمْ, and they have disciplined him, and he is not listening to them. وَتَفَشُوا aviu وِهِمْ, then his father and his mother shall seize him. وَهُوشِهُ الْذِقْنَعِيرُ وَالْثَغْرَ مَقَومُ, and they shall bring him out to the elders of the city and to the gate of his place. وَأَمَرُوا الذِّقْنَائِرُ, and they shall say to the elders of the city, his city, Benenu the, this is our son, Sorer Wamora, rebellious and contentious, Enenu Shomeh Beqolenu, there is not he listening by means of our voice. Zolel Usover, a worthless one, and a wino, or one getting drunk. Urgamuhu kol hanashe'iro bahabanim wamet, and all the men of his city shall stone him by means of the stones, and he shall die. وَبِعَرْتَ هَرَّ مِقْرَبَكَ, and thou shalt burn away the evil from thy midst. وَكُلُّ Yisrael yishma'u وَيِرَاهُ, and all Yisrael shall hear, and they shall fear. وَكِي يَهْيَ بَهِيشْ حتى مثبت ماوت وهو مات, and as shall be in a man a sin of a judgment of death, and he be put to death. وَتَالِتَ هُوتُ عَلَى, and thou hang him upon timber. Lo talin nivelato al-ha'esh, his corpse shall not overnight upon the wood. Ki qabur tiqbrenu bayom hahu, because buryingly thou shalt bury him in that day. Ki qilalat Elohim talui, because a body hanged is cursed of God. وَلَا تَطْمَعْ إِذْ هَدَمْتَكَ, and thou shalt not defile thy ground. Atar Yahweh Eloheka noten leka nahala, which Yahweh thy God is one giving to thee as inheritance.